Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone joining us today. On behalf of the ISRM KSH chapter, it's my pleasure to welcome you to today's webinar. Thank you all for joining us. And a special thank you to the Institute of Strategic Risk Management for bringing this global webinar series to life. I would also like to acknowledge our partners, the Institute for Sustainable Futures at the Montfort University and the Center for the Study of Wicked Problems. We have Dr. Amjad with us today, so thank you very much for that. And I think these collaborations reflect, something we're seeing more and more today, that the challenges we're facing today are becoming increasingly interconnected. And meaningful conversations, like these require expertise from different disciplines, from different sectors and from different parts of the world. And today's discussion is particularly important from where we stand here in Saudi Arabia and the region. Our cities, are evolving at extraordinary pace. Through our vision, 2030, we're witnessing large scale urban development, major investments in infrastructure, digital transformation, sustainability initiatives, and entirely new ways of thinking about how cities should serve people and improve quality of life. So these developments really create tremendous opportunities for us, but they also place a greater responsibility on all of us to think beyond what we're building today and consider how these cities will perform decades into the future. And when I think really about resilient cities, I find myself really asking, a different set of questions here than I would have asked probably 10 years ago. I'm
Hello.
very, I'm
Yeah.
very much, I'm very much less interested in whether a particular asset can withstand the disruption, and very much interested in whether the entire system and ecosystem can continue functioning when conditions change. That's the most important thing, right? A city really depends on many things, right? Transportation, energy, healthcare, digital infrastructure, governance, emergency services, supply chains, and most importantly, public trust. These systems are becoming so closely connected that if a disruption happen in one area, it really can quickly affect many others. That's why really resilience has become, a strategic capability rather than just a technical one. And for many years, organizations and governments, they have been measuring resilience by how quickly they recovered after disruption. Increasingly, we're recognizing that recovery tells you only part of the story. The more important question is whether we're building enough adaptive capacity before disruption occurs, right? Are we strengthening the relationship between institutions? Are we developing leaders who can make really sound decisions under uncertainty? Are we identifying weak signals early enough to act before problems escalate? Are we measuring the health of our systems through meaningful and meaningful indicators that really help us improve continuously rather than just simply elevate performance after an event? These are some of the questions that I think will make today's conversation both timely and important. And just to kickstart with our first theme, we all know cities around the world have experienced a remarkable range of disruptions over the past few years, from pandemic and extreme weather events to cyber incidents and rapid technological change. These experiences have demonstrated that uncertainty and complexity are becoming a permanent feature of the environment rather than an occasional information or an occasional interruption. You know, as cities continue to grow and become more interconnected, there is growing interest in developing the ability to anticipate change rather than just simply respond to it. And I would like really to invite Dr. Saad to the conversation. What approaches, leadership practices, or ways of thinking do you think it will help cities recognize emerging risks earlier and adapt more effectively before those risks become major disruptions? Over to you, Dr.